scrapyard run action. What I've got here is some various scrap metals. I like making these videos from time to time, give out information to people that might need to make a little extra money. I'm gonna get it spread out here and run through it real quick with you and grab some of their handy dandy buckets I got over here. I think they've got a spare bucket or two I might borrow for a minute. What do you think? Some rainwater in here. Do them a favor and get rid of next week's mosquitoes. Okay, so most scrap yards will want you to be ready when you show up, but the scrap yard doesn't mind if I pull in like this. Get this done real quick. Little fan motor on there that came out of a car. It's just gonna go to this tin shed. See, it's got all that plastic all over it. You can clean that up if you want to take the time. It's not that big of a difference in price these days. Okay, I'm gonna get a bucket for cans over here, bucket for aluminum here. Most scrap yards will have a separate category for foil. I just have that one piece, so I'm just gonna throw it in with my aluminum. Look at that short steel here. That's its own category. It's gonna be a little bit more valuable than tin shed. Steel will just be a clean, solid, thick ferrous, where tin shed will have other materials like that brake pad, plastic. This is aluminum breakage. It's got tin and aluminum, so it's going to go as aluminum breakage category. Garbage disposal. Usually those will be aluminum. I'm not sure about that one. It's actually got a plastic case around it. Let's see what they want to do. That might just be tin shed actually. Let's see what they think up there. Tin shed on the toaster oven. So you can find this stuff. It's all over the place if you really look for it. You can find a lot of this. Dumpster diving, trash picking. Okay, I've got these aluminum pots and pans here. Most scrap yards will give you a dirty or a breakage aluminum for this because they got the handles on them. This scrap yard isn't that picky. They'll probably give me clean aluminum for those. how I took the handle off that one. That's how most scrap yards will want them. They probably won't even allow that piece of metal right there, that piece of tin and little steel screw. There's another piece of short steel. Actually, that's a cast iron. I think they'll go short steel on that. And then a piece of brass. That's out of the bottom of a sink. Nice piece of brass. Some scrap yards might call that dirty brass, because that's the knob is brass. But on this side, it's a bunch of tin. So I might go tin shred. I'll see what they want to do with it. Some doorknobs have more than brass than others. This was the post off of a patio umbrella, table umbrella. I could have scrapped the rest of that umbrella, but I was just kind of making a video that day. These cords, extension cords, are basically my beans and potatoes. That's basically my #1 scrap item. Cords off of fans, off of vacuum cleaners, off of televisions, off of toaster oven, off of anything. They're gonna be worth money. Most scrap yards will want you to cut off plugs. I get a lot of questions about the plugs. Where I live, there is no category for plugs. Scrap yards don't even want them. They say if I don't have very many, just throw them in with the tin. So there it is. Okay. Get a handy dandy little bucket for the wire. You may say to yourself, those are really nice extension cords, they were worth a lot of money, why'd you scrap them? But you'll see scrappers scrap a lot of stuff like that. I find these time and time again. I have no use for them. It's just going to the scrap yard. Sure, you can sell them if you want to. People do different things if you want to hang on to stuff. But there's a reason why scrappers scrap a lot of good stuff. It's because they come across a lot of good stuff. There's really nothing you can do about it. If you want to rent out a airplane hangar to store everything, you could do that, I suppose. But I've learned that buzzsaw mode is the best mode for me. Get rid of stuff. See how much good stuff I get rid of. Those sandwich makers and stuff. This Ninja food processor, extension cords. There'll be comments saying you should keep that and you're stupid and blah blah blah. But then there'll be other comments saying you're stupid because you're storing so much stuff in storage. Get rid of it. So it's one spectrum to the next, you know. So on these, there's nice aluminum plates that come out of there fairly easily. Just a couple screws. These aluminum plates are not bad. See how I'm doing on time. They're gonna close here pretty quick. But that's it. We're gonna go see how much this is all worth. Farkle. Okay, we had 25 pounds of short steel. at 5 cents a pound for $1.25. That was those rotors and that base off that lamp. 1 pound of clean aluminum cans for 35 cents. 29 pounds aluminum breakage at a nickel for $1.45. 1 pound brass, $1.20. 1 pound clean aluminum, 25 cents. And all those pots and pans I said this yard's lenient on, and they'll count as clean aluminum. They actually gave me breakage, so that was up here in the 29. I got 5 cents. So sometimes they'll do things differently at the same yard, so you always gotta be prepared for that. 21 pounds tin, 63 cents. And this is my bean and potatoes down here. It's my Steady Eddie #2 insulated copper wire, 15 pounds, 70 cents a pound for $10, 50 cents, a grand total of $15.63. But you'd be amazed. So if you go to a scrapyard where you live for the first time or first couple times, anything you see on YouTube might be basically irrelevant. It's all going to depend on how your scrapyard does stuff, and scrapyards do things totally different. Scrapyards in the same city will do things totally different. They might even have different names for the categories and blah blah blah, yada yada yada. So that's not a ton of money, but I just had one little load, and scrapping is not going to make you rich unless you own a scrapyard, I suppose. But my keys better be in my coat pocket that I took off, I can tell you that much. There they are. But it is a good way to get cash in hand right away if you need to do that. If it's made of metal, a scrapyard will want it, even if it's got wood and plastic and junk stuck to it. If it contains metal, generally they will buy it from you. So with those pots and pans, I'm in the habit of not cleaning them up when I can come to the scrapyard, but those were some pretty big chunky steel handles and stuff. So cleaning stuff up like that will get you a little more money. But a lot of people that aren't full-time scrappers, you might be in a hurry, you might have to get to work or school or pick up the kids or do something else. You might just not have time to do stuff. So cleaning scrap metal up will increase the value, but it does take time. So anything, you don't have to clean stuff up, I guess I'm getting to the point too. Some people just don't have time to do that kind of stuff, so you can just take it straight to the scrapyard without doing anything. If you have the luxury of time, you can make more money scrapping, cleaning stuff up like that. Anyways, I think you get the point. I sure hope you enjoyed this little session. I hope at least one person out there is gonna make a few extra dollars because of this video. As always, thanks for watching.